When it comes to varicose veins, it's better to get treatment sooner when symptoms first appear rather than later. There's no teleprompter scrolling. Are we going? When it comes to varicose veins, it's better to get treatment sooner when symptoms first appear rather than later when the veins have gotten worse. Here to explain is vascular surgeon Dr. William H. Edwards Jr. from the Vein Center. Dr. Edwards, welcome back to the show.
Casey. Thanks for having me.
All right, this is something we've talked about, the importance of not putting off going to the doctor. A lot of people do it, but you say it's much easier treatment if they come in earlier rather than when the veins have gotten very painful and worse, right?
So we see a lot of people who come in and have put off the surgery, and they put it off for various reasons, but as over time the veins are always going to get bigger, and they're easier to treat when they're smaller, and you get less damage to the veins in the legs if you treat it earlier.
Okay, good to know to come in earlier, but a lot of people remember the old vein stripping procedure and they're scared of it, which may be intimidating to them, but you say the treatments have advanced and that's not something they should worry about.
Right, so the old treatment was a vein stripping, and what we can do now is use a laser to go in and cauterize the vein from the inside out. And a lot of people are scared of it. We do it under local, but most people tell us afterwards it's very worth the time and effort, and usually not even as bad as going to the dentist.
Oh, well, that's good to know. And now varicose veins, it's medical, but it's also cosmetic for a lot of people. How does someone know if they have varicose veins?
So typically people will have bulges in their leg, more than just spider veins, but spider veins can be a sign of having varicose veins, and spider veins are just a mild form of varicose veins. Okay. So if you know you have the bulging veins and you're having discomfort, then you probably have varicose veins, and tends to run in families, so if your mother had it or father had it, then you may have it.
Okay, and as you said earlier, that early intervention really is key to helping with the treatment. So let's talk more about that. How does that help?
So over time, the reason that you get these veins is the valves go bad and the pressure builds up in the lower leg as you're standing for long periods of time, and it tends to be occupational in people who stand every day. And so those veins bulge over time. They destroy the smaller veins. You get discoloration. You can get staining in the skin that won't go away even with the treatment.
Okay. Now, the causes of varicose veins, earlier you mentioned it is hereditary, it can be hereditary, but are there other causes as well?
Well, you can have trauma, but overall, it by and large is from familial, not necessarily hereditary in the sense of blue eyes and brown eyes, but they tend to cluster in families. Women have it more common than men. But if it's in your family, you probably have it. It may have something to do with a congenital weakness of the valves.
Now, something I was wondering is how long does it take once someone comes in with varicose veins, how long before they really see results and feel better?
Well, we initially will put you in a support hose, and that'll make you feel better, but it won't take the veins away. Once you have the treatment, it's effectively immediately. So people will tell us that they go home, and once the discomfort from the procedure goes away in 24 to 48 hours, they feel better immediately. That discomfort, that pressure, and that swelling gets better immediately.
And I'm sure a lot of people are intimidated to come in, like we said earlier, but again, early detection is key, right?
You're going to have a better outcome overall if you come in sooner. You won't have the secondary complications that come from the high pressure in the veins over long periods of time.
Yeah, good information, Dr. Edwards. And we have a special offer for folks today. This is for the first 10 callers to 615-269-9007. You'll receive a complimentary consultation or a second opinion. Give them a call now at 615-269-9007, 269-9007. Now, the Vein Center has 2 locations, one out in Belle Meade at 615-269-9007, and another in Cool Springs. That number is 615-503-9895. You can also find more information on their website. There's a link to it on the More at Midday section of WSMV.com.